What is up, guys, and welcome back to Real Squad Career Mode with Plymouth, episode number 44. And today, we've got the games again. First up, we do have actually a Europa League game. I am going to submit. We won Copenhagen. I think it was 2-0 off. I know it was 3-1 last time. And just said to submit. We have 2 away goals, kind of. Well, we have 3 technically, but you know what I mean. And in the end, we actually lose the game 2-1. But luckily, because we scored 1 more goal than them, we go through. So, we're through to the next round again of the Europa League. Doing well in that competition. Doing really well, in fact. To be fair, though, we haven't played that many hard opponents yet. Like Copenhagen, we had a Lokomotiv Moscow. Them 2 wasn't really that hard. So, I'm expecting the harder teams when I get more into kind of the quarterfinals and semi-finals, as you would probably expect in any cup. But anyway, we had Leicester City first in our Premier League game. They actually started off really well. As you see, Rondon turned my defender, and absolutely, it was a great shot. Harvey had no chance. It was just good play by Leicester. I couldn't get near him, couldn't tackle him, and in the end, Rondon, who obviously has moved from West Brom to Leicester in this career mode, finished the goal off and obviously got himself a goal. So he actually has got 11 goals in the season, so he's doing really well. I'm quite surprised how well he's doing, because when obviously in real life and when you first start FIFA, I don't think he's the youngest player. I think he's like 28, 29. So he should be around maybe 33 in this game. So, to say he's still old, he's still scoring a few goals. But anyway, Leicester City had another great chance. Leicester kind of controlled this half. I wasn't really in it at all. Harvey, we have to call him again there, keeping us in the game really. And I felt quite lucky to go into the break at 1-0 down. Because, Leicester definitely deserved to have 3 goals. I'm not going to sugarcoat it out. We just wasn't in the game first half, but we came out the block second half. I give myself a team talk, give my side a team talk, and it works. As you see, in the 51st minute, we end up scoring. Good goal, to be fair, from Aaron. Well played by Redmond. This is Redmond's trademark move. Cuts inside, takes on a few players, and plays a ball or shoots, and normally either way, it ends up in the back of the net. And Rolando Aarons, who obviously I signed in January, he gets a goal. So, and his first goal of the season as well, which is quite surprising actually, because he is 79 rated. So I'm just really surprised how he hasn't got a goal from playing with Newcastle. But anyway, we move on now. Leicester City here hit the post twice in quick succession. They hit the post there, and then they hit the post again. So, I felt a bit lucky. But you need a little luck sometimes in games. And I see 88th minute now. Jack Payne, one of my, I call him the English Messi. And it is basically, it showed you right there why I call him it. Because what a goal. He started right on the touchline. He cuts inside with his left, takes on about 5 players. No one can tackle him, no one can touch him. And like Messi-esque, finishes the goal off, gets us the 2-1 lead, and basically wins us the game. So, great finish by him. Just a great solo, goal. His 4th goal of the season, not as many as I expected him, because to be fair, since kind of the start of the season until January, I've played him nearly every game, so I expect him to get a bit more goals, but he does rack up a few assists as well. But the main thing is he gets us the win there, and well done to him. So we get 3 points against Leicester, and we also get 3 points against West Ham. So we win that game 1-0 in a sim game. Didn't see the point in playing that. Played West Ham a few times this season. Sorry, it was the FA Cup actually. The second, it was the replay. Because I remember last episode, also we drew 1-1. It was my fault basically why they scored. Because what happened was Harvey had it in his hands, my goalkeeper, and I just rolled it out to their player, and their player just hit it in, so they scored. And obviously that went to a replay. And we go through to the next round of the FA Cup, so all good so far. And then we had their bitter rivals in Tottenham, North London club. I don't think they're doing that well in the game actually, Tottenham. I think they're around maybe 6th or 7th, so not, like I said, not doing that well. So the thing is, though, you don't really know what to expect with Tottenham. They're kind of a bogey team on FIFA. Sometimes they play crap, sometimes they play good. But what I do know is we actually get a penalty, and Hebden Murphy, my main man, as I say every episode, he actually slots it home, gets us the penalty. But the penalty decision, it was done wrong, it was right. But, Bentaleb, what was he doing? The first thing he did was block me off, which wasn't going to be a penalty. But then he stuck his leg out for some strange reason. And I just didn't get it, For some reason, when sticking his leg out, that's why he gave the pen. Because the thing is, blocking me off, that wasn't going to get me a penalty. But because he stuck his leg out, it did. And then Redmond, I thought was going to make it 2-0 before half-time. Goes and misses a right sitter. So, obviously not the best of finishes. We're still 1-0 up, which is good, obviously, because if we want one, I've been a bit pissed. But it makes up for that, doesn't it? I mean, what a goal from him on his weaker foot. Obviously, not cutting in this time, just using his weaker left, and slots it home. Great finish, There's Michael Vaughan, absolutely no chance. That finish is just... It's a great finish. I know I've said it's a great finish a lot of times, but it is a great finish. But yeah, he gets his 7th goal of the season. Now, Nathan Redmond actually didn't start off very well. I think he got like 2 goals in about maybe 15 games, so he didn't do very well. But, he's kind of put up his ideas since the second half of the season, and, he's been probably my best player all season, really. So hats off to him. And then, obviously, he came close before this chance. Well, he came close before this goal hitting the post. And as you see, Tottenham do score. So, Ben Davies of all players, Ben Davies, the left back, the Welsh left back, somehow gets into the box. Well, is he unmarked? Kind of, but I mean, he just leaps over everyone and gets the header into the goal. So he gets his first goal of the season, and in the 81st minute, makes it 2-1. Makes it a bit nervous for me, but to be fair, I mean, Tottenham, I defended really well this game, got to admit. They didn't really show a lot. Tottenham only really that chance, and as well, also Walker to end their misery also gets sent off. So Kyle Walker, it was a red card. I mean, I was clean through. He took me out. This free kick, not the best, but it does end the game, and we win that game again. So far 6 points out of 6 for us. 3 wins out of 3, and then we had Bilbao in our first leg. Now, I thought I'd be able to win the first leg in a sim game, and as you see, we do win 1-0. But I will be playing the second leg away, because obviously it's a harder game. Harder opponent this time, obviously Bilbao are a good team. Got a few good players like Munian. They've got that Itarapse, Laporte is in there. So, there will be a hard opposition to play. But in our last game, we actually do have Manchester City now. Manchester City, when we played them last time, we actually lost 4-3 to them. It was a great game, really glad. I don't mind losing them games because it showed that we've actually played well, even though we've let in 4 goals, if you get what I mean. Our attacking's been good, but our defence has been poor, and I don't mind that. I don't mind games with a lot of goals which I lose, that don't really make a kind of an effect on the league. But as you see, we come close here. First half, there wasn't a lot going on, got to admit. There was only really 1 chance, well, 2 chances. Before this 45th minute, somehow Thomas Muller, he jumps up in the air over my centre-back. I think it was Ryan Poole, but to be fair, Ryan Poole's only 5'10", so, it's not probably the best to have a small centre-back, but, he's a great player. But in that situation, he gets overleaped, and obviously Thomas Muller finishes it off, makes it 1-0 to Man City, and he gets his 11th goal of the season. But like I was saying, obviously Man City, they did beat us 4-3 last time. Now, they played a bloody second team against us, and they still won. And obviously here, they're playing a lot stronger team. Thomas Muller was still on the side. I think they played 3 senior players. One was Thomas Muller, one was Sterling, one was Zabaleta. But this time, they're playing a lot better players. Marcelo's in there, Aurier's in there. But as you see, we actually, even the scoreline. Great goal from Lucas Podolski. He accepted the ball, took on a few players, cut him with his left foot, and he gets his 2nd goal of the season. His first goal obviously came on his debut back in January. So, it's good to get a goal really for him. He's a great player. I do like Lucas Podolski on this game. Well, when he is 79 rated. But, that lead didn't really last for long because Man City came right back. And the guy who actually won the game from, obviously in the reverse fixture, Toni Kroos, he's done it again. So, his goal basically was the difference. Came quite early on in the second half, 58th minute. But as you see, a bit of a sweaty goal. He was there in the right place at the right time. He gets his 5th goal of the season and makes it 2-1. I was a bit gutted. Again, we haven't won Manchester City this season. And I'm hoping I don't kind of draw them in a cup or out because, they're looking a lot better than us. I just don't know what it is. I just can't beat them and it's so frustrating. But, this game as well, we didn't really play that well. We probably deserved to lose. Manchester City had the better chances. They created more and, in the end we do lose, which is a bit annoying. But, we do have our next round of the Europa League next episode, so make sure you obviously tune in for that. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. And guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!